Hey everyone, it's Johnny. This is Woven Waves. I painted this 24 by 24 inch piece last week, and you can see it has this cross running through the waves. The reason being that the pattern is made up of 4 of these foot square templates, and each of these little pieces at the edges needs to be attached somehow. It's a cool template, but I wanted to try to make one that didn't need the edges. Playing around, I worked out that if I flipped it over, not only did it make an interesting pattern, it also would be self-supporting. So I modelled it up and printed a few of them. You can't really see what's going on here, so let me bring in a plain background. This looks great, and the key thing is, no edges required. Putting 4 of them together, I can make a huge intricate pattern with no crosshairs. But today I'm just going to make a smaller piece using one pattern. It's going to be in resin, but it could just as easily be in acrylics. As always, I'm sticking the pattern down with a little art coat resin. Less is definitely more here, as if you use too much resin it will be drawn up into the smaller features and leave no space for colouring. Gloved fingers are the best thing to spread it with. Just make sure it's a thin and even coat and that there are no gaps. Then we can place the pattern. Make sure it's centered, and in this case covering the whole mirror. I make our patterns with edges a little bit smaller, but for those with no edge they can even overhang a little, and you can trim them back when the resin is cured. I'll leave this to cure overnight. Next day, it's time to add some colour. There are so many possibilities with this pattern, but I think I've landed on something simple that will be both bold and effective. It is really easy to get a bit lost though, so you have to have your wits about you. By the way, this template and lots of others are now available in our online store at www.pourwayfluidarts.com. I'm sticking with purples and blues for the foreground colours, and I find it's best to let these cure before filling the waves in between. That way, if I drip or they touch, they won't mix and make a mess. So let's leave this to cure overnight again. For the background, I'm doing waves in the reverse direction, so let's start out with some opaque black. Having contrasting opaque colours as the background will really help throw out the bright transparent resin colours. Cure overnight once more. I missed a tiny bit of the violet. I'm using an opaque white for the last set of waves. What pattern would you choose? Comment below if you have any cool ideas. I'd love to hear about them. One more cure cycle and we are done. And here we are outside in the evening sun. The black waves look like shadows sometimes. Have a look at this one next if you have time, or visit our website and pick up some templates of your own.